What's up guys, this is Phone here, and I apologise because there's not been a video in like, what, 8 days or something like that. It's because I've been really busy moving my stuff into another room and college and work and stuff like that, because it's coming up to Christmas, so it's really busy and all that stuff. So we're just going to get into it. This is the tutorial for the CCTV effect that I done in my TK Rise episode 1 it was actually. Let me find that, I'll just whack this on, quickly show you. Alright. Oh, good, the little boxes come up. There we go. Here we go. Now, as you can see here, guys, I've got 4 different videos on the computer screen, and you guys, well, I got a tutorial, a request saying how do you make this in Cinema 4D. And it's pretty simple. Thinking about it, but it's just, suppose if you're not used to using After Effects and Cinema 4D together to create something, it gets a bit tricky, but just simple, because you've got to export it from Cinema 4D, put it into After Effects, and then import it back into Cinema 4D, and you'll see how we're going to do that in a bit. So first of all, what I've done is I've got my walking scene, so I've got people walking. Let me just turn off these lights. Actually, we don't need the lights, just so the workflow will be a lot easier. I mean, I've got a new laptop which is like an i7 processor, good graphics card and all that, and I'm going to start editing on that I think soon, but obviously I didn't have this project file on that computer, so sticking to my desktop. So oh god, what did I just do? There we go. So what I've done is I've got my animation all sorted. You guys can do that. Now obviously once that's all done, as you can see here, there are 4 different cameras. It's the same animation but just 4 different cameras, and there's 2 ways you can do this. You can either put it into like a position here, select a camera and call it camera 1, and then create another camera, oops, and check that one on. If you don't understand about cameras, guys, this little box here, the black sort of box with the dot in the middle, once it's white, it's like it turns the camera on, and I don't know how to explain it. Okay, I know how to explain it. This is the camera, so I've selected this camera, and you can see it in sort of like third person view. But if you wanted to snap to that camera view, first person, you just click that, and then that's the view of what that camera is sort of showing. Now this camera, obviously, I've just created this. Actually, no, what? So that's camera 1. We'll just position this down here, and we want that one there. Camera 2, turn that one on, position that. We'll keep that there, and we'll call it camera 2. Create another camera, turn it on, and position it to, I don't know, we'll have it the other side. Up here, looking down, and we'll call that camera 3. We just need 4 cameras basically, just somewhere. So there's lots of cameras. There we go, and name that camera 4. This is one method of doing it, and then what you do is you turn on camera 1, and you render it all through with this camera, and then you got one file, one rendered file as a whole video, and what you do is you just turn on camera 2 and then render this one all out, or then do camera 3 and then render all that out, and so on and so on, and just do that with all 4 cameras. So you've got 4 separate videos of this one animation, well, 4 separate videos with 4 different angles of the same animation. Now that's one way you can do it, but I don't particularly like doing that because it just confuses me and shit like that. So what I do is I saved it as a project file, and I'll do it now. So I'm gonna get my camera, I want it there, and I'll do it to desktop just so I can delete them again and for tutorial purposes. You can save it wherever you want. I just called it walking through tunnel scene camera 1, and then I saved it. And then what I did is I just changed the camera, like here, didn't add another camera, I just changed it, then go file save as, and just change that to camera 2. And then what you do is you get different project files with different camera angles, and you've got the camera 1, camera 2, and that's the way that I done it, and then I rendered all them out separately. So either way, you should have 4 different video files, all of the same animation but different angles. Just the method of you rendering them out, it's up to you, personal choice, however you prefer. Some people would probably prefer just to do all 4 cameras in the one composition. Probably save memory, but just for organisational purposes and that, I prefer to do it that way. So once you've rendered all it out, and if you're having any trouble with animation, I've got Actually, I'll just show you the links now. Actually, if you're having trouble with like walks or anything like that, if you just type in photo editing endorphin, my tutorial should come straight up. How to make realistic animations in Cinema 4D with endorphin. Like, watch that tutorial. That is really helpful for walks, runs, anything like that. And then obviously, what is it? I can't remember. Render. If you put photo editing render or setting up. Well, I did have it on there. Or if you just go onto my channel, it is called Setting Up Your Renders Tutorial. If you don't know how to do a render, so the tutorials are all there. It's just gotta find them because I've got loads of tutorials. Or if it makes it easiest, just go to my playlists and go to my tutorials, and that's a whole list of tutorials. You can just look down, think of anything. Oh, I'm looking for something on. Let's just say, oh, my textures aren't working. Oh, how to deal with texture errors. Boom, that's a tutorial. You know, I don't know what another tutorial. Oh, just trying to think. Rigging. Let's do a rigging tutorial. Where's a good easy rigging tutorial? So look through here. Oh, easy rigging tutorial. Boom, it's there. Just, you know, just having to look through all the tutorials. It might take a bit of time, but you never know. You might see a tutorial you like. Oh, car rigging. I want to check that. You know, stuff like that. Not going to go into too much detail because I'm just rambling on now. But yeah. So we have got the animation, and we've rendered it all out. So I'm just going to come out of that and go to my folder and open up After Effects. Actually, open up After Effects and then go to my folder where all my renders are. So that'd be photo editing, current editing, team caliber edits, 3D series 1. Walking through tunnel scenes. Nope, finals. Then walking through tunnel scenes, final. So now here we go. I've rendered them all out as a picture sequence of the 4 different angles. So when After Effects loads up, then we shall see. Basically what we're doing now is we're going to create a texture that we can import into Cinema 4D. So just create a normal composition, 720p, like 1280, 720, and 30 frames per second. I don't need 32 minutes. I've been doing Let's Play videos. Do 38 seconds. That's enough. It's going to be a bit more actually, but oh well. And then what we want to do is we want to import each one of those footages. So photo editing, current editing, go back through this. Finals, walking through. Okay. So import this picture sequence, and then you just got to import either your picture sequence or your video files of each camera. Come on. And there we go. We've got 4 different files in now, all different angles. And then what you do is you just drag all of those in to the timeline, hit S for scale, and then just on one of these, because they're all selected, one little thing you change will change it for all of them. Just change it down to half, so that's 50%. And then what you do is select all these again, hit S just to hide those little drop down things. Don't need that no more. You don't need to move these along here because we want them all to be playing at the same time, but what you need to do is you need to select on one of them and drag one to the corner and drag another one to the other. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to line it up. So let me just zoom in to the corner and put it on full resolution so we've got nice sharp edges. As we can see here, got a black line, so move this one along. That looks about fine. And then move it up until that's fine. So there we go. That's a perfect fit. And we'll do the same with the next one. Just move them up until the black lines are gone. There we'll do. And there. And basically, it should fit all perfectly for pictures. There. Move this one down. There we go. So now we have 4 pictures, which looks like 4 camera angles, all in one sort of video. Oh, excuse me. Well, bless you, you know. And then what I do is I go to Layer, New Solid, create a white solid. Doesn't really matter about your width and height because you can always adjust it. And click Import. Oh my god, I'm going to sneeze again. Oh, fuck. Sorry. And then what I do is I just grab one of these points here, and I bring that to here. But I make them really thin. You don't want them too thick, otherwise it looks really shitty. Oh, come on. Oh, it doesn't want to do it now. There we go. So make them really thin. And then what I can do is I can duplicate it. So Control D, hit R for rotation, and just check 90 degrees. And that turns it on 90 degrees on the Z axis. And then what I can do is I can just click S. And obviously it'll be the larger number because obviously it's measured in height and width. And obviously, if we're looking at it as like a box, this little line here is the minus 0.06, and this long line this way on the x-axis is 100. So you can just bring that up until that covers that as well. As you can see here, we have got a problem. This line is bigger than the others. So what I might do is I might just zoom out and make that smaller, and you know what, it's not going to be too much of a problem if it's not exact, but oh yeah, it will be. Oops. So just come out and make that slightly bigger. There we go, that should be fine. And that just splits it all up. And then you can add little text objects in saying camera 1, and then pop that at the top and duplicate it, move it over there, and then just change that to camera 2. And you can do any adjustments you would like to make on it. And then once you've done that, what you want to do is you want to I don't know how to explain this. You want to scroll through on the timeline until basically they should really all be the same, but this one wasn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it here, because if I go any further then one camera is going to disappear. So this is the latest we're going to make it. Actually, we'll move one frame forward. There we go, we'll do it from there. And what I do is I hold shift, grab this thing and drag it, and it should snap onto that line when I get near it, which is not there. There. And then release everything. And basically that is just set. This is like our little render selection. It's going to render everything from this point to this point. And then we go to composition, pre-render, select your settings, and if you don't understand, I'll just quickly run through now. I'd advise downloading QuickTime. QuickTime is always good for After Effects and Cinema 4D. And once you've got QuickTime, click H.264. And once you've got H.264, if you haven't put these settings in already, make sure it's on CBR and a bitrate of 8. And that should be fine. And then if you have audio, check the audio and then click OK. So we'll click OK. And then go to the comp, choose where you want to save it. So I want desktop and I want to call it whatever. And then you click save and then just click render. And that'll render to your desktop. Now, let's go back into Cinema 4D. We should have another file now, which mine is CCTV screen scene final, which is this render, separate render that I've done in After Effects. And what I need to do is I need to open up that scene where I had the CCTV, just so I can show you. Current editing, team color edits, 3D, episode 1, and that is can't remember what it is now. CCTV footage scene. Yes, that's right. Once it loads, come on. Okay, so we look over here. What I need to do is I need to get rid of that actually. So you've got yourself a computer. So if I go onto the computer, what you do is you click on the screen, and then this highlights orange, so you can find your way to it. So it's in editing. I'll close that down, and it keep going down. You'll see here it is. That's the computer, and that's what you got selected. It's the monitor screen, and obviously I've already put a texture on that. But I'm gonna do it on this one. No. Yeah, I'll do it on this one. So I delete that texture, and the screen has not got texture no more. And then what you just want to do is you want to double click on here, create a new texture, and then you go into the settings, and where it says color, make sure you got the color tab on. All the luminance, either one, but I'm just going to do colour for now. Check this box, and what you want to do is you want to select that new file that you've just rendered out, whether it be a QuickTime video or a PNG sequence. A video will just automatically load, no problem, but for easier workflow within Cinema 4D, it's better to do a PNG sequence. So I've always recommended PNG sequence because they're better quality and they're easier to work with, in my opinion. So we'll go to Team and Calibre 3D. Wait, what was we going to do? Yep. Finals, CCTV, screen final, and select this new file that we got. Now it doesn't always import the whole sequence. It just does the picture. So what you do is you just click on this, the actual picture itself, and go to animation and just hit calculate. And then that calculates all the frames that you like, for your, I don't know, Cinema 4D looks at your PNG sequence and it sort of gets all of the pictures together in sequence and then it plays it as the animation. So once we've got that all sorted, we've got the texture in, turn specular off, we don't need that, and we've got the animation and calculate sorted. Our texture is ready to be placed on our monitor screen. So you just grab it and you put it on the monitor screen. And as you can, okay, mine's not moving. I have this bug as well. You scroll through on the timeline and the thing don't move, but it does. I'll just render that now. Actually, oh, I see. What's going on here? Just bring that out. I think it might be because that's not on luminance. So we'll do that again on luminance, and we'll bring in our CCTV footage. Go no, click on that, and click animation and calculate. Now I don't know whether that's going to do it. Nope, that don't want to do it either. See, look, as you can see here, the people have moved. But if you click out of the render, the image stays. So it is playing through, but it's just Cinema 4D doesn't like it. So if I just move that back into the screen, where it should be, there, that'll do. Obviously, they're here, click render, and they're going to be over here. So the animation is working. As you know, if I come back to the start, they're all in the middle. So it does work, and that's how you do it, basically. You get the animation, you add different camera angles, you render all the camera angles out, put them into After Effects, put them in all four corners, add some nice effects or whatever you want to do it, render it out, and then import that as a texture and put that texture onto the monitor screen. So I hope this helped, guys. Hopefully this isn't going to cancel on me because it's quite a long tutorial, and my cam studio is renowned for cancelling huge recordings, which is annoying because you spend half an hour on something and you just cancel. It's like, ugh. Anyway, please like and comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.